Hey guys, it's Owen from Wrestling Inc. back with another wrestling news roundup. Without any further ado, let's get into today's biggest stories in the world of professional wrestling. Backstage talk on how Vince McMahon reportedly sees Theory. WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon reportedly sees new WWE United States Champion Theory as a younger version of John Cena. A new report from WrestleVotes notes how a source anticipates bigger and bigger things for Theory now that his push is in full effect. It was also stated that a source with direct knowledge says Vince, quote, sees a young John Cena in Theory and will give the kid everything he needs to be successful. McMahon has worked a storyline with Theory for months now, which included the WrestleMania 38 loss to Pat McAfee. Vince also introduced Theory to the crowd as champion after his recent WWE United States title victory over Finn Balor on the April 18 Raw. As noted previously, Theory tweeted a happy 45th birthday message to Cena this past weekend, which included a clip of Theory taunting a young Cena fan about how he's better than the WWE legend. There's no word yet on what WWE has planned for Theory's push, but officials have reportedly been high up on him for a while now. Mustafa Ali returns on Raw. The Miz references WWE release request. Mustafa Ali has returned to WWE Raw. After being away for more than 6 months, Ali returned on last night's Raw during a Miz TV segment with The Miz and WWE United States Champion Theory. The segment featured Miz praising Theory, while Theory said that he will prove that he's the best investment ever made by WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon. Miz and Theory stayed on the same page with their ranting until music interrupted and out came Ali. Miz immediately asked Ali if he still works in WWE, while Theory asked if Ali is the guy who, quote, took his ball and went home. The back and forth continued on the mic until Ali declared that he is back on Raw and hoping that Theory is holding an open challenge for the strap so he can be the one to answer it. Ali then proposed a title match for the show, but Theory denied him. Ali continued insulting Miz and Theory, and Miz said he'd love to embarrass Ali, but he doesn't have a magic wand where he can just make a match. Theory then revealed that the Miz vs Ali match was on because he sent a text to Mr. McMahon. The Miz vs Ali bout saw both superstars get in a good amount of offense until Ali blocked the figure 4, countered, and rolled Miz up for the pinfall victory. After the match, Ali exited the ring and went to the entranceway as his music played. Ciampa then rushed him from the side and laid him out with a tackle out of nowhere. Ciampa stood tall over Ali to end the segment. Asuka returns on last night's WWE Raw. Asuka has finally made her return to WWE TV. Last night's live Raw episode saw Becky Lynch make her return to the show, her first TV appearance since dropping the Raw Women's Championship to Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 38. Lynch cut a stressed promo on how she didn't recognize herself without the title and didn't want to come out to face everyone without her title for the first time in 3 years. She became more animated as she declared that this will be the beginning of a legendary comeback. Lynch said when she regains the title from Belair, then no one will be able to stop her. She named a few superstars, but then music interrupted and out came Asuka, making her return to a big pop. Asuka danced around as fans cheered her on. She said that she will be able to stop Lynch because nobody is ready for Asuka. They faced off in the middle of the ring and Asuka flicked Lynch's nose in a show of disrespect. An angry Lynch then went for a punch but she missed. Asuka tried for a back fist but she also missed. A shocked and upset Lynch then retreated to the floor and looked on as Asuka continued to celebrate. Asuka has not appeared on WWE TV since Money in the Bank 2021 back in July. She has been rumoured to return at different points in recent months, and it was reported that she was ready to return from shoulder surgery as far back as March. There's no word on if Lynch vs Asuka will happen at WrestleMania Backlash on May 8, but we will keep you updated. Backstage news on Bray Wyatt's WWE salary before release. Bray Wyatt was making in excess of $4 million a year prior to his WWE release last July, according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer. On the latest Sunday Night's Main Event podcast, Meltzer provided a follow-up on his previous report that Wyatt had set, quote, a very high asking price to return to WWE or join AEW. Quote, his price is really high, Meltzer noted. I know a couple of companies that wanted to get him, but the price he was asking was really just too high. Meltzer then mentioned that since Wyatt was making over $4 million a year with WWE, only AEW could realistically afford him unless WWE decided to bring back the former WWE champion. However, Meltzer felt that Wyatt, quote, didn't fit perfectly with AEW and doesn't fit well with New Japan Pro Wrestling either. As noted, the Wyatt family reunited over the weekend at a fan convention in Liverpool, England. Wyatt was also spotted hanging out with WWE Hall of Famer Medusa. WWE SmackDown draws lowest viewership since July, beats NBA playoff game in key demo. Friday's live edition of WWE SmackDown drew an average of 1.952 million viewers on Fox, according to Nielsen via Showbuzz Daily. This final number is down 8.87% from the previous week's final viewership of 2.142 million viewers. Friday SmackDown drew a 0.47 rating in the key 18 to 49 demographic. This is down 2.08% from the previous week's 0.48 rating. SmackDown ranked number 1 in ratings for the key 18 to 49 demographic on network TV, up from the previous week's number 2 ranking. SmackDown ranked number 2 in the 18 to 34 demo this week, down from the previous week's number 1 ranking. SmackDown ranked 2nd in the 25 to 54 demo, down from the previous week's number 1 ranking. SmackDown came in at 5 for the night in viewership on network TV, up from the previous week's number 6 ranking. Friday SmackDown drew the lowest audience and key demo rating for a Fox episode since July 2nd, 2021. SmackDown topped the NBA playoff game on ABC, but not the game on ESPN. Friday's viewership was down 8.87% from the previous week's episode, while the key demo rating was down 2.08% from the previous week's episode. Viewership for Friday's SmackDown episode was down 8% from the same week in 2021, while Friday's 18 to 49 key demo rating was down 13% from the same week in 2021. The 2021 episode also had NBA competition, but only from the regular season. Another WWE Raw superstar gets a name change. Tommaso Ciampa is reportedly the latest WWE superstar to lose his first name. According to Kevin Raphael of TVA Sports Quebec, the former NXT champion will be going only by Ciampa going forward. The change is effective immediately. On Monday's Raw, the announcers referred to the veteran wrestler as only Ciampa on several occasions. After the returning Mustafa Ali defeated The Miz in a singles bout, the Blackheart attacked Ali from behind near the entrance area. The latest name change is a result of WWE Chairman Vince McMahon's reported edict to make changes to any superstar who uses their real name or a name not assigned by WWE. In Ciampa's case, his first name happens to be Tommaso. Other superstars who lost their first or last names recently include Theory, Humberto, and Angel. Also, Raquel Gonzalez had her last name changed to Rodriguez since Gonzalez is her real name. So what are your thoughts on today's Wrestling News Roundup? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to like and subscribe to Wrestling Inc. and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.